Hi, welcome to this review of the Venus Factor by John Barban. Basically, you might have heard the story by now. We're just going to run through everything pretty quickly so that you get an idea of where this product came from and why it's on the market and how it might be able to help you or whether it's really for you or not. So basically, John Barban had come up with this or noticed that this amazing role that leptin plays in weight loss for women. And he created a program because he felt like oftentimes the programs out there that are designed for men to lose weight completely miss the mark when it comes to women. Women have special needs and problems that they struggle with in order to lose weight that men simply don't. And so what he did was he said, we're going to take a grassroots approach and look at everything that affects a woman's ability to lose weight. For one, you guys are busy. You oftentimes take care of a lot of the household chores, you have kids, you have careers, and typically you're managing social events outside of work and life. And you certainly have the hormones that are moving in different directions at different times of your lives. And, you know, when you're pregnant, you have certain hormones going on after pregnancy, the postpartum depression, all of these things, your ability to lose weight. You have your monthly cycle as well that affects what you crave and how much you want to eat of those things that you crave. And I think that those things cannot be underestimated. And certainly menopause, as you move up into your later years, you're dealing with how do I lose weight at this point in my life. So there's a lot of things going on there that is just simply different than what we're seeing with men. And, you know, you also have an unfair, tremendous pressure from the media and culture to look a certain way. And it can be a self-defeating pressure. You get to the point where it's like, I'll never look like that, and so I don't even want to try. And that moves you into this all or nothing thinking, and like once I blow it, I just give up. And so constantly you're being bombarded with media-inflicted proper proportions, what the ideal woman is supposed to look like, the hourglass figure, the hips to waist ratio, and all of those things. And if it's not exactly attainable, you might be tempted to just simply give up. This is obviously no fun. But what the Venus Factor has done is they've gone out and created a plan just for you. In his plan, it's clear that calories do count, and so he does have a calorie counter. So I want to dispel the myth that you never have to count calories or be conscious of what you're eating. But what he does mention and works really well with is a time-sensitive fasting schedule. So when you're going to sleep at night, you can kind of extend the time before you go to sleep and after you get up. And a woman's body handles fasting different than men's. And so that's really the key to being able to control the leptin and also lose the weight while still eating what you really want. So his take on exercise is just a little bit counts, and he points out that, you know, we all have this basal metabolic rate, and the basal metabolic rate is basically how many calories it takes for you just to live. And so he is good about using that and saying, well, if you just add a little bit to it, you're going to be burning more calories. And of course, his program is fun. He knows that people with busy schedules cannot spend a lot of time in the gym and not spend a lot of time at home working out. And you might not even be the type of person that wants to be a gym rat. So you might not feel comfortable for obvious reasons, like, for example, women size you up, or, you know, other women size you up, or men stare at you and make you feel uncomfortable. All of those issues he has a solution for in his program. Now let's take a look at why the diets out there that usually miss the mark. Well, it's simply because you don't have the testosterone level that men do, so your ability to build lean muscle mass is simply different than men's. And men's natural lean muscle mass also requires a different level of nutrition. You know, if a man doesn't eat every few hours, then he will start to break down muscle. And so, you know, but whereas women are designed differently and have the ability to take longer breaks from eating. And John does a really good job of creating a plan that fits just for you. The other thing is he goes into depth on the psychology of weight loss because let's face it, a lot of it's in our heads. And you know, if you have a bad moment and like I call it the zone effect, and you just fall off the eating bandwagon, and you know your mind can sometimes sabotage you too, and say, well, you know what, I screwed up, and so you know I've already blown this diet. Why even try? But he reminds you, you know, you're only one meal away from eating in the zone again. And that helps give yourself enough grace to be able to get back on track when you need it. And of course, then there's the emotional eating that so few of us talk about. You know, when we get stressed out or something like that, women often turn to food to feel better. Men do this as well. But, you know, this is very common for women. And sometimes it's not even easy to see when you are moving towards eating to handle the stress or the emotions that you're dealing with. And of course, this emotional eating, the triggers are often coming from the kind of the core part of your lives, which is you're busy and you're stressed. And so he has a way of handling that. He actually has a psychologist on staff that has built out a program to help with that. And then, you know, what I'm seeing out there in the news is there's a lot of people talking about the Venus Factor. It's getting very popular. A lot of women are trying it, and there's a lot of testimonials out there of people that are succeeding. I know of one person that lost 15 pounds in the first few weeks using this product, and she loves it. It's just such an easy way for her to lose the weight that she wants. So anyway, I hope that this review helped, and good luck to you.